It was a quiet Thursday afternoon in early spring, just outside Asheville, North Carolina. The air was crisp, the scent of pine trees hanging lightly in the breeze. John Matthews, a retired schoolteacher in his late 60s, was taking his usual walk along the wooded trail behind his property when he heard faint rustling near the edge of the forest. Curious, he followed the sound and found a pitiful sight: an opossum tangled in a wire fence, its body trembling in fear. Its eyes were wide with panic, and its limbs were weak. John knelt down gently, speaking softly as he untangled the small creature. Though it hissed at first, the opossum soon quieted, too exhausted to resist. Once freed, it collapsed slightly into the grass. Moved by its vulnerability, John wrapped the opossum in his flannel jacket and carried it back to his modest cottage at the edge of the woods. He cleared out a corner in the laundry room, laying down an old blanket and setting up a shallow dish of water and some fruit. He wasn't a wildlife expert, but he couldn't bear the thought of leaving it alone and helpless. Over the next few days, the opossum gradually gained strength. John named her Luna for her silvery gray fur and her quiet, watchful eyes. He spoke to her each morning while preparing her meals, a gentle routine that slowly built trust. Then, one morning, he noticed something unusual. Luna's belly had begun to swell. Concerned, John called a local wildlife rehabilitator who confirmed what he hadn't expected: Luna was pregnant. Just weeks later, under the soft glow of the porch light, Luna gave birth. Tiny joeys, no larger than jelly beans, emerged one by one, instinctively climbing into her pouch. As they grew, their small faces began peeking out, eyes still shut, clinging tightly to their mother's fur. It was a miracle unfolding before John's eyes. Realizing that Luna and her babies would need more space and comfort, John set to work. With old lumber, branches, and fabric scraps, he built a cozy shelter in his backyard, nestled under the shade of a magnolia tree. He lined it with soft towels, fashioned a tiny climbing perch, and ensured it was safe from predators. The once lonely opossum now had a sanctuary, and her newborns a chance at life. Neighbors came to hear the story and see the tiny family. Some brought over food or helped maintain the shelter. What started as an unexpected rescue had turned into a small community's shared compassion. Months passed, and the joeys began to explore beyond the nest. John would sit on the porch with a cup of tea, watching them waddle around the garden under their mother's watchful eye. Though they were wild, there was a bond, silent but profound, between man and marsupial. John never intended to become a caregiver to a family of possums, but in that quiet act of kindness, he found purpose and joy in ways he hadn't imagined. Luna and her little ones eventually moved on to the deeper forest, but they often returned to visit, sniffing curiously at the back porch where their journey began. In the end, the simple rescue of a frightened animal became a story of healing, new life, and the quiet, enduring kindness of a man who opened his home and his heart to those in need.